are doing well. Just hopping on live to do a reading, what you need to hear for the different elements coming up for this week. And if you feel comfortable sharing, maybe share what are you looking forward to in this new year, potentially, since we're in Fire Horse now. So ancestor spirit guides, what do water signs need to hear this week? What do water signs need to hear? Ancestors, clear, accurate messages. So you have the King of Cups. Some of you are not allowing your intuition to kind of guide the work that you need to be doing. So it's kind of funny, you are a water sign. Some of you need to be working more with your intuitive abilities. Some of you need to be more confident in your intuitive abilities. And also some of you are not allowing your intuition help guide you in the things that you need to be doing. What else? Ooh, fell down. 1 second. Some of you may be in hermit mode or have been feeling like you need to be in hermit mode so that you can kind of bring in this ability. Now, in terms of love, you may be dealing with the King of Cups, someone that is emotional, maybe expressing their emotions, but you may have cut them off because they're not willing to share their feelings with you or not very expressive about it. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of you need to go within so that you can learn how to kind of build and bring this component of yourself out, specifically this week. Also, like, maybe going within maybe might require, maybe you need to be meditating, maybe you need to be journaling, kind of sitting with your thoughts. Like, what do you want to bring out of this new season coming in ahead? You have a lot of the answers within inside of you. It's just that a lot of you are not allowing yourself to utilize these internal gifts that you have in within inside. And when I see the light with the Hermit, like, there's that spark in you that needs to allow it to be more apparent. So that's one thing for water signs that you need to sit and work with. Hi everyone, welcome to live. Hi Sunket, nice to meet you. So I'm just doing the elements, like, what do you need to do in terms of, like, what do you need to hear this week? Okay, so we're going to go next to fire signs, ancestor spirit guides. What do fire signs need to hear? That's too many cards. Anyone on here a fire sign or a water sign here? Okay. Okay, so what do fire signs need to hear? Ancestor spirit guides. What do fire signs need to hear? Clear, accurate messages. What do fire signs need to hear? Clear, accurate messages. So fire signs, some of you guys are going through a tower moment. You have some unexpected change coming through. You may have been pushing back against this change. Hi, I'm just doing tarot readings about the elements. So some of you, if you're a fire sign, if you're Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, some of you either are entering a tower moment by you're maybe choosing a different job or different location, or some of you may just be overall feeling like you've been pushing back against change and the universe is sending it your way. So let's clarify the tower moment. What is the tower moment for fire signs, Spirit? Some of you, it's disappointment. Could be related to a job. Some of you may be like working for government or some sort of like professional entity. You may be feeling some type of betrayal. Could be like maybe you're laid off from a job. The tower moment that also may come in romantically. I don't know if any of you guys are dating someone, so that person may have another partner that you don't know about. So some of you may be feeling betrayal romantically from that person. Spirit wants to remind you that this is coming through. But let's see what the outcome. What's the outcome of this, Spirit, ancestor, spirit guides? What does the collective need to know as the outcome? That's too many cards. I feel like some of you, this needed to happen. Solid King of Swords coming through. What is the outcome of this? This is spirit guides. What's the outcome from this experience? What's the outcome? Clear, accurate messages. Some of this had to happen, needed to happen. Yeah, it needed to happen because a lot of you are moving to a different cycle. Some of you are resistant to moving to a different cycle. Some of you are needing to move in a different direction professionally. When I say the wheel, it's part of the divine timing. So some of you are being called to be on a different path professionally that needs to be in alignment to what the divine's calling. Also, sometimes this happens when there's a relationship that the divine doesn't want to have an alignment. So they're kind of moving you to a different path. I see on here the Magician card. So for some of you, you're being asked to remind that you have all the tools within yourself, physical tools, the intuitive tools, all those things. You need to allow yourself to manifest and work with. If this is a job, think about like, what do you want to manifest in terms of work or in employment? Also at the same time, like you need to manifest and work in your healing and maybe potential partnership that you want to call into. So, for fire signs, that is what you need to allow yourself to heal. So accept what is coming in, fire signs. Overall, that's the message that I'm getting. There's going to be some changes and shifts. We're just hitting in retrograde. And also with this new year coming in, there's going to be an adjusted timeline for some of you that you need to allow yourself to go with. And don't necessarily look at this moment or thing that happening as like defeat, just more of like acceptance. Okay, so we need to do earth signs. Okay, ancestor spirit guides. What do earth signs need to hear? What do earth signs need to hear? Okay. Can you clarify the King of Swords? What do earth signs need to hear? I keep getting this. I did a reading earlier this week. If you guys want to follow my page, it's like a lot of you guys are being called, especially earth signs, to end a cycle. Yeah, some of you earth signs, like you have ideas and you're kind of like a master in your area, but you need to start working on these ideas and start bringing them into fruition. So like you need to learn how to alchemize some of your ideas. Some of you just sit in your ideas and don't really act on the stuff that needs to be brought forth. That's partially like part of it, but also some of you need to kind of like cut out some of the same stuff that you've been dealing with in particular cycles, because you're not willing to kind of initiate and take kind of mastery on certain thoughts, maybe business things. You like right here, you're waiting for your abundance to come in. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. The problem is that because you're not kind of acting on this, you're spending a lot of time like waiting for money to come in. And what you need to like alchemize and remind yourself is that you need to put the seeds down and work the seeds, work the energy. What I mean by the seeds is like the opportunities, the abundance, and kind of go with it. So, also, some of you may have been working or dealing with someone that is a King of Swords, could be an air sign, or just in general, they have that kind of like air like energy. When I think of King of Swords, like they're often stubborn, not expressive. And so, because of that, like certain things may have been blocked in terms of your money, and things moving forward in your business. So earth signs, like you're being called to remind yourself, like you need to remember, like you have the expertise, you have the things that can get you to where you need to be. You just need to remind yourself that it's there, and you need to work this energy and kind of flow with it. So let me go back, and I'm going to do, yeah, and I also saw the Magician card again pop through. A lot of you need to work on your manifestation work. A lot of you need to work with the energies coming from it, and you're not, and that's partly why like things aren't maturating the way that you want it to be. So we're going to do air signs next. And hello to those who are still on. It's nice to see you. Appreciate you. All right. What do air signs need to hear? Ancestor spirit guys. What do air signs need to hear? Clear, accurate messages. Can you clarify the Five of Cups? Can you clarify the Five of Cups? All right. I'm going to pull this real quick. All right, so air signs, you guys have the Five of Cups. Some of you may have been in the energy of like things, you obsessing over things that may have not been going your way. You have three cups that have been spilt over, and maybe it's something like ideas that you had about work, or it could be relationship or things that you thought were going to go a specific way. And so you're just kind of like emotional, and just kind of like allowing yourself to shrink up. Spirit and ancestors want to remind you that these three cups aren't just everything for you. There's more than just that that's around you. You have two other cups that are behind you that you're not even paying attention to, that will potentially bring in money, or opportunities that you've been wanting to manifest in relationship to your business. Now, in terms of relationship, it could be that like you're still obsessed over the past or someone from the past. But you do have maybe two potential suitors or folks, that may be around you that you need to allow yourself to tap into. You also are being reminded you need to allow yourself to be tapped into your creativity and to just allowing those things to flow. I also see that clarifying with the Strength card. So a lot of you need to be more courageous about whatever these cups remind you that you need to do. Some of it for some of you, you need to go on a different path. You need to have the courageousness, the strength to let go. Maybe that the path or the cups of path don't sit in a line to what you are right now. And same thing with around relationship. So you're being called to get the courage and kind of create that maintaining, kind of like not controlling the lion, but being able to work with and alchemize how to work with this particular animal. So we're learning how to work with uncomfortable things. So air signs, you guys are being called to learn how to work through uncomfortable opportunities, things, whether it's partnership or work, and that's going to help you get to where you need to go. So I hope this is really helpful, this live. I will be back on this Sunday to do further readings. So share, comment, like. I appreciate it, and also follow along for further readings. And if you have any potential questions or thoughts or things that you're interested in wanting to obtain readings about, feel free to let me know. Have a great day.